Alright, so this is the second part of the video for Lady of the Valley by White Lion from the album Pride. This is the verse when the singing starts. So the first part, before we begin, the verse was break down into 3 chords. You got D minor, 2 measure, and C open chord is a standard C chord with open position, and the F chord. F chord is a C, is the 3rd fret of your D, 2nd fret of your G, and the 1st fret of your B and E string with your index finger. And back to C. So every time you play the chord, you play it twice. I'm sorry, not twice, but 2 measures. So the first 2 measure is D minor. Goes like this. Alright. So you play the D minor chord, and you play the 5th fret of your B, and then you hammer on to 6th fret of your B, and you play the 7th fret of your G. You do that 4 times, and then you play the open 5th fret again on the B string, but you do not hammer on, and you play the 7th fret of your G. So that's a 2 measure of D minor, and it goes to C chord. It plays this. Alright, so to go over the C chord, he plays the 3rd fret of your A, and then you play the 1st fret of your B, open G, 2nd fret of your D, and put your pinky on the 3rd fret of your B. You play the 3rd fret of your B, open G, and 2nd fret of your D, and you play the 1st fret of your B string. You pause for a second, 1/8 note, and you play the open G, 1st fret of your B string. You play the use your pinky. You play the 3rd fret of your B, pull off the 1st fret, open G, 2nd fret of your A. Alright, so those are 2 measures of C. Again, play slowly on the C. Alright, so put it together, D minor and C. And then after that, you jump to the F chord, the F chord I show you. You play the 3rd fret of your D, and then you play, pause for the 8th note, and then you play the 1st fret of your E, B string, and you play the 2nd fret of your G. Put your pinky on the 3rd fret on the high E string. You play that, 1st fret of your B and 2nd fret of your G. And land on the 1st fret of your E. You pause for a second again. You play the 1st fret of your B string, 2nd fret of your G, 3rd fret of your E string, pull off on the 1st fret, and then you play the 1st fret of your B string, 2nd fret of your G. And then back to C chord again. You play the 3rd fret on the A, pause for the 8th note, and you play this pattern, the 1st, open, 2nd fret, and and you put your pinky on the 3rd fret of your B. Play that, open G, 2nd fret of your D, 1st fret of your B. Pause for another second, an 8th note, and you play open G, 2nd fret of your D, 1st fret of your, 3rd fret of your B, pull off the 1st fret, open G, 2nd fret of your D. Alright, so far we have things played slowly. D minor, C, F, C, and play the D minor again, start over. But this time you play a little different. You play the D minor, and you play the 5th fret on the B, hammer on the 6th fret, 7th fret of your G and D, and you play the 5th fret on the high E string. And play this weird note on 6th fret on the E string, 5th fret on the E, 6th fret on the B, open B string, a little strange, and you play the 3rd fret on the C, and you go back to the beginning, the riff again. Alright, so that part I'll just show you. Once you play a D minor, let me show you how. I'm sorry. Slow down and play it slowly. F, C, D minor, C, F, C, and it goes into distortion. I'm sorry. The distortion part, you do the mute on the open A string twice. You play this 2-note chord. It's the 3rd fret of your D and 2nd fret of your G. Mute on the open A string one time, and the 2nd fret of your D and G together. So after that, it goes mute one time on the A string, 2nd fret of D and G one time, mute on the A, open A twice, and then F, the 2-note chord, the 3rd fret of your D and 2nd fret of your G, and the open A one time, and you play the 2nd fret of D and G together. So open A twice, you play the 2nd fret, your D and G, but using your pinky and ring finger, because we need to slide up to 3rd fret. And as soon as you slide up, you use your index finger, you play the 1st fret of your A string. Play the B power chord. Basically is A1, D3, G3, and you play the first fret on your A string one time, mute, and play the C chord. That's A3 and D5 and G5. So again from the beginning. And you play the C chord again, and you play the second fret on the G, hammer on the third, and pull off on the second. And then you play the 5-3-5 on the D string. Back to the riff again. All right, so that's the riff. Another variation he plays, instead of playing, you can, this one part he plays like this. 6th fret on the B, 5th fret on the B, and hammer on 6th fret, pull off on the 5th fret. And he plays 6th fret on the G, 8-7-5 on the D. So, alright, so that's the that crunchy part. And then the chorus is only 3 chords. It's power chords. This is D at the 5th position. Actually, it's 4 chords. So you play the D, C, C again, B twice, F power chord, C power chord, D, and goes back to that riff. So that's the pretty much the whole song except the solo for Lady of the Valley. Thanks for watching. Enjoy.